Hi guys, it's Delia. Welcome to Beautify Creatify. First of all, I want to go over a couple of announcements. As you may have noticed, I decided to change my handle names to my actual name because 10 days ago I was fortunate enough to get invited to Generation Beauty by Luxie and Michelle Phan, and the experience I had at Gen Beauty was amazing. I met so many new and old faces and so many brand representatives that I was fortunate enough to work together in the past. The only thing was when I went up and introduced myself as Delia, it caused a little confusion as my face was familiar, but it didn't associate with Delia. So I decided to avoid that confusion in the future and make it easier for me as well to introduce myself and change my handle names. So these are my new handle names. Make sure to add me on all social media and also make sure to subscribe to this channel because once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I have a big giveaway planned. And now let's proceed to the video and I'll show you how you can make your highlight pop in the photos and in real life. The number one tip to make your highlighter really bright is to apply some cream base underneath. The brightness of your highlight does depend on the pigmentation of your highlighter, but if you apply cream base underneath it, even less pigmented highlight will come out really bright. Today I will be using Cover FX Enhanced Quick Cream Enhancer in Bubbly as a base. It looks like a lipstick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on high points of my face where I'm going to be placing the highlight next. What cream highlighter does is it creates sticky base for the powder highlight to stick. And now using my highlighter in Citrine by Jouer Cosmetics, I'm going to apply it on top of the cream highlight. As you can see, it already makes my highlighter a lot brighter than it would be if I applied it dry. Let's just for the comparison apply the same highlight on my forehead just to see the difference. So there is clearly a big difference between this and this. Number 2, if you have full face of makeup on and if you think that applying cream product on top of your powder will ruin your makeup, which definitely could, then you can use the method of wetting your brush before applying the highlighter. This method is just like the method that you usually apply your shimmer eyeshadows on. If you apply them wet, the shimmer comes out really pigmented. This is quite similar. All you have to do is spray your brush with your mist or setting spray and then grab some of your highlight and apply. As you can see, my highlighter is really bright and shiny and it's almost the same as the one we applied on top of cream highlight. Okay, just for the sake of comparison, let's go ahead and apply the dry highlighter on my forehead. I don't even think it shows. Okay, moving on. The third method to make your highlight pop is to use dense brush compared to fan brush. The fan brush applies highlight in a really subtle way. Because of its structure, it doesn't grab as much product as more dense or more smaller brush would. I personally like to use both. I use fan brush if I want more subtle highlight, but if I want to intensify the highlight, I use my Motives Big Shader Brush, and I want to show you the difference how these brushes apply the highlight. So on the back of my hand, I will be applying generous amount of highlighter grabbed by fan brush. This is the Japonesque highlighter from Velvet Touch palette. As you can see, it gave very natural and subtle glow to my skin. And now let's grab the same highlighter with smaller brush and apply it on the other half. When I look at it, the difference is quite obvious for me personally. As you can see, the highlighter is really subtle on the bottom part and really intense on top part. Are you guys still with me? Let's move on to the method number 4. So method number 4 would be the pigmentation matters. I'm just going to show you a few swatches of the highlighters that I own. Some of them are really pigmented and some of them are really subtle, especially this one. Also, the formula of highlighters matter too. Some of them are too powdery and some of them feel like really creamy or buttery texture. The more buttery texture ones have better color payoff. For example, the Jouer highlighter that I used before, or also new Milani highlighters, and I love the formula. So the last but not least, the 5th method that I want to talk about would be specifically about tips and tricks how to make your highlighter pop in pictures. If you use all previous methods, your highlight will look brighter and it will come out great in pictures. But if you're still struggling, there are a few more tips. Number 1 tip, just pack it on. To make your highlight really show in the pictures, you gotta keep building it. I don't wear as much highlighter when I go out or go anywhere as I wear in some videos and photos. This is the truth behind Instagram glow. If not enough, apply some more. The next tip, which is one of the most important ones, is find the good lighting. Let me show you what great lighting does. I'm just going to use my mini ring light by Impressions Vanity that you just, like stick on your iPhone to take selfies. So here's my highlighter, and watch how it changes when I face it towards the light. And another tip that goes hand in hand with that tip is to find the right angle. When taking pictures, make sure that your highlight is faced directly towards the light just to make it pop in photos. You might even have to tilt your head a little bit and make sure that the light is hitting your highlight directly and reflected right back. If none of the methods that I talked about in this video have worked for you, then there's always post-production. There are a lot of photo editing apps that allow you to increase the highlight option, but more advanced photo apps like Facetune will allow you to customize the brightness of your highlight. I hope this video was useful for you. Don't forget to give it a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also comment below what would you like to see on my channel next, or connect with me on other social media outlets where I post daily and let me know there. I will be posting all the makeup details that I'm wearing in this video down below in the description box. I will see you next time. Until then, stay blessed.